Hello, my lovelies. So it is really late at night and I just can't sleep. And I noticed that recently I've gotten a lot of questions in my Instagram DMs that I just kind of think I need to address because I feel like I haven't really spoken about it at all. So recently I unsubscribed to a lot of like food based channels like ASMR, mukbangs, and stuff like that. I just kind of quit following them. I still follow Vox T because literally he just shows short clips and like he gives a short description about each one, usually pertaining to a topic of choice, like then versus now, or underrated versus popular, and stuff like that. Slow eaters versus fast eaters. And even still, sometimes I have to be very careful about watching his channel because same issue, just not as severe. So one of the channels that I quit following or unsubscribed to was Songbyrd. And I want to make something very clear. It has nothing to do with her. I know a lot of people thought that we had a falling out of some sort, or I just decided that I didn't like her anymore. And it has nothing to do with that. I have no issue with Crystal or Charles. It's just that, and I've spoken about this in the past, I just spoke about it briefly. I have struggled with an ED, and sometimes watching channels that kind of focus on food can trigger that, and that's what was happening. Even though I've been successful over my ED for the past few years, I kind of felt like I was falling back into some of those old ways and some of my bad habits. So after like self-reflection, because self-reflection is part of mental health awareness, I decided that I needed to take a break because it was triggering some bad habits from the past. And I'm at that age that bad habits from the past have longer effects. Back when I was in my 20s, I could bounce back pretty quickly. Now, not so much. And it just kind of opened my eyes to some stuff, and I was like, it's nothing against them. If anything, they're doing their job really well, because they're eating and the food looks good and they look like they're enjoying it. But on a negative note, it was triggering some, feelings and actions within me that probably aren't the healthiest. So I decided that I was going to give myself a break. But again, nothing against the creators because they're doing an amazing job. This was me. So yeah, that's basically it. I know a few people had asked in my DMs and Instagram, is everything okay? Did you have a falling out? Did you just decide you didn't like her anymore? And no, it has nothing to do with that. She did nothing wrong. This was a personal choice. So I hope that kind of clarifies some things, because I don't want anybody to think that I have something against a YouTuber, because I just don't. I'm not one to really have beef with somebody or pick fights or hold grudges. I know I'm not perfect. Hell, I'm not even popular. So I'm not one to judge anybody. I don't really have, the right to judge. Even if I was popular, I still don't have the right to judge. So I just wanted to clarify that, because I felt like being silent about it was not the best decision. But however, within the past few months, certain things have changed in my life, and I've come to the realization that I have control over my ED, and I'm the one who decides, how I treat my ED, and that's okay, because I can't be reliant on other people, because obviously nobody's going to change their lifestyle for me. I'm just not that special. And that's fine. That's fine, because that gives accountability over my actions. and makes me accountable for what I do. And that's really what I needed, was just kind of a wake-up call. So, I hope that kind of clarifies things. I didn't want to leave anybody in the dark or act like I just thought I was better than anybody, because that's just not the case at all. And I know that, EDs are a struggle, and they're real, and they shouldn't be downplayed or dismissed because we just don't understand them. I believe it's 2023, and we should have a little more compassion and empathy towards people who are struggling with an ED, because it is a real problem. Not to sound like I'm just whining or complaining. It's just that I'm just stating the facts. So, if you ever want to talk, I'm here. I do understand, and I do have 2 listening ears, and I am pretty open-minded. So I completely understand. We can just chit-chat about EDs and how we deal with them and how they affect our lives. And if you want to, we can even talk about how we've overcome them, or are overcoming them, or how we want to overcome them. So I hope this message finds you all doing really well, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.